Hello everyone, welcome to GyanMimansa. So today we'll be discussing the fourth chapter of Lakshmikant. We've already discussed three chapters: the historical underpinnings, the making of constitution, and the salient feature of the constitution. So every constitution or anything it starts from the introduction. So preamble is the introduction of the constitution. And in today's video, we will be discussing about the preamble of the constitution. Also, from today, I'll be giving you one question to write from different GS papers, okay? And you can email your answers to me at info@GyanMimansa.com. This exercise is free. I'll be giving different questions from different GS papers so that you will be able to write, and also you can email, try to email within the same day. So any email that I receive by tomorrow, 6 p.m., I'll be evaluating. After that also I'll try to evaluate, but try to submit the same day. It is today 6 p.m. the video is here, and by tomorrow 6 p.m. you can submit it. Okay. So all the videos will be coming daily at 6 p.m. every video, and there will be one video on daily basis. And by this video series will be helpful for 2023 people, and we will be bringing the videos from modern Indian history, art and culture, environment, and polity for the basics. And as we proceed, we will be bringing the monthly and yearly current affairs for the topics like science and tech, environment, economy, mostly these three topics, and also miscellaneous current affairs topics. So these four basic and these three current affairs are the, mostly these are the key for the UPSC prelims examination, and we will be bringing all of these for 2023. So you can keep visiting the channel, and also you can subscribe this channel for updates. And also you can join our Telegram channel. Link will be shared in the description box below. So starting with today's video, preamble of Indian Constitution. So what is a preamble? Preamble means introduction or a preface. While we are even writing an answer, so what we do is we are giving it a brief introduction. The introduction should be in the answer also, that what we intend to write in the answer. So that is the preamble. Preamble means what we intend in our constitution, what we want that these things should be there in our constitution. So it is just a brief outline that we want these things to be included in the constitution. That is why preamble is the preface or introduction. Then it gives the essence to the constitution. And as we have talked about this in the second video, on 13 December 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru moved the objective resolution in the Constituent Assembly, and it was later adopted as Indian Preamble, the same objective resolution with certain modification. The preamble has only been modified or amended once through 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976, and 3 new words, socialist, secular, and integrity, were added into the preamble. So this was about the basics of the preamble. Now this is the preamble, how the preamble looks like. The text of the preamble is: we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. So these are the key words. That is, these are the ideals of Indian Constitution: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and republic. These are the ideals of Indian Constitution. And these are the aspiration of the Constitution. That is the justice. What kind of justice? Social, economic, and political. Liberty. What kind of liberty? Liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Equality. What kind of equality? Of status, opportunity, and to promote. And these are the equalities. And then what also it intend to promote among all of them: fraternity. Fraternity means brotherhood, assuring the dignity of individual and unity and integrity of the nation. Integrity. So integrity, socialist, and secular, these 3 words were added by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. Then in our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, we do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. So this is the text of the preamble. You can memorize this text. You can memorize the sequence of these words. They can ask in the prelims. There was one question regarding what kind of liberty the preamble emphasize on. So liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Five kind of liberty the preamble aspires. So aspiration of people, 5 kind of liberty. So it was a question in the prelims in 2017, I guess. Okay. And 26th day of November is 49. So 26th November has been celebrated as Constitutional Day since 2010. Okay. Moving ahead. What are the ingredients of the preamble? So we can bifurcate the preamble into 4 different parts. So what is the source of authority? So source of authority is the people of India. You can see we, the people of India. So it is the starting text and they are the source of authority. Nature of Indian Constitution. So what is the nature? Sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and republican polity that I have already explained. And what are the objectives of the Constitution? Justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. That also I have explained. We will be explaining all these keywords in detail. And fourth important thing is the date of adoption of the Constitution, November 26, 1949, as the date of adoption. So Constitution was adopted in 26 November 1949, and 26th of January 1950 is the Republic Day. Okay. Moving forward, we will be now discussing each and every keywords of the preamble. What are the keywords? Sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. These are the 9 keywords that are the crux of the preamble and thereby crux of Indian Constitution and Indian polity. Moving ahead, what is sovereignty? Sovereignty means India is totally independent state, no dominion. That means no external interference in Indian polity. India is free to conduct its own affairs, both internal and external. Although we have accepted the being a member of Commonwealth and the British Crown is the head of the Commonwealth, but it does not affect the sovereignty because this is an international organization where there are shared interests, but there is no interference in India's internal polity. Again, it is a member of United Nations organization, but it is not compromising with its security. Any country who is the member of United Nations organization are sovereign countries and they do not have to give up anything from their sovereignty. And it is free to acquire any foreign territory or cede a part of its territory in favor of a foreign state. You can look into the land boundary agreement with Bangladesh. Okay, and we will be talking about it in upcoming classes and current affairs classes also. But there is a land boundary agreement where India ceded some territory and gained some territory from the Bangladesh. Okay, so this is also part of sovereignty, that we can give away our territory and acquire foreign territory for any purpose. Moving ahead, what do we mean by socialist? So it was added by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. It was earlier in the DPSP only, but now it is in the preamble. What is the mean of socialism? Socialism are of multiple types, but India adopted for democratic socialism. That means mixed economy. That is both public and private sector can coexist side by side. What is the difference between democratic socialism and communistic socialism? Communistic socialism is about existence of public ownership only, no private ownership, abolition of private property. That is what communistic socialism is, but India adopted for democratic socialism. I hope things are getting clear here. Moving ahead, what is the secular state? So again, this word was added by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. It was not mentioned, but India always has been a secular country, and the features of secularism are there in Article 25 to 28, fundamental rights of freedom of religion. In India, secularism is a positive concept. That is, although we don't have any state religion, but all religion are in our country are equal and get the equally support from the state. So there is a difference between Western and Indian secularism. How? When we talk about Western secularism, the state neither support or nor take anything from the religion, total dissociation of state from the religion is there. That is what is Western secularism in India. Although state does not have any religion of their own, but it supports all the religion by providing them religious rights. All the religions have equal religious rights, and they can also propagate their religion and have within their fundamental rights. Okay, so that is the difference between Western and Indian secularism. So Indian secularism is a positive concept because there is a support from state to all the religion equally. Moving ahead, India is a democracy. So it is based on the popular sovereignty. That means, as we have learned, the sovereignty resides in the hand of people, and how? By democracy, by election. What is the meaning of democracy? Democracy means it is the rule of the people, by the people, for the people. That is the definition of the democracy. Democracy can be direct and indirect. In India, the executive, the real executive, that is the Prime Minister, and the MPs, the legislature, are elected directly, and the president, who is the de jure head, means the nominal head, is indirectly elected. So India adopted mostly direct democracy, but elements of both indirect and direct democracy. Okay, moving ahead, we have direct democracy. There are 4 devices: referendum, initiative, recall, and plebiscite. Indirect democracy, parliamentary and presidential. In India, although it is a direct and mix of direct and indirect, because we will be choosing the MPs, and then MPs will be choosing the executives. Okay, so directly plus indirectly, element of both. Okay, so India. Then moving ahead to republic. What is the meaning of republic? Republic means the head of the nation is elected, not nominated or not hereditary position. So any state can be categorized into 2: monarchy or republic. Monarchy is when the head of the state is in hereditary position. For example, Britain. In Britain, king or queen are hereditary. They are not elected. Republic means the head of the state is always elected, either directly or indirectly. For example, USA, or in India, the head of the state is president, and he is also indirectly elected for 5 years. Although election is indirect, but still elected, not hereditary. That is why India is a republic. So these were the 4 ideals. Then moving to aspirations, justice. So Indian preamble wants 3 kinds of justice, or stipulates 3 kinds of justice for people of India. One is social justice, second is economic justice, third is political justice. Social justice means equal treatment of all citizens without any discrimination or distinction of caste, color, race, religion, sex, and so on. Any kind of distinction. Then economic justice, non-discrimination between people on the basis of their economic factors. Like, because earlier, before independence, only the wealthy, rich were able to vote. Now each and everyone has equal right to vote. Then political justice, political rights, equal rights to political office. Anyone can, get contest for the president, highest office, and anyone can contest for any MP, MLA, any seats, right? So that is the political justice. So the ideal of justice, it came in Indian Constitution from Russian Revolution. If you remember in the 3rd class, that is the salient feature of Indian Constitution, I have talked about various places from where the Constitution has been taken forward, and the ideas of justice, that is socio-economical and political justice, it has been taken from the Russian Revolution of 1917. Moving ahead, liberty. What is liberty? Liberty means absence of restraint on the activities of individuals. Absence of restraint. That does not mean total absence of restraint. Total absence of restraint means it will be an anarchy. Liberty means you must be able to express yourself liberally, but there should be some reasonable restriction, because it may lead to anarchy. Okay, and what are the liberties provided? Opportunities or development of individual personalities. That is the basic liberty. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. This has been specifically mentioned in the preamble, and it has been enforced through fundamental rights enforceable in the court of law. For example, Article 19, expression, speech and expression, freedom of speech and expression. Okay, so through various fundamental rights, it has been enforced in the Constitution. But it is not licensed to do what one likes, but there are certain limitations that we will be discussing in the fundamental rights chapter. And the ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity has been taken from the French Revolution of 1789 to 1990. So 1917, and then this was justice from the Russian Revolution, and from the French Revolution we have taken the ideals of liberty, equality, fraternity. So liberty we have done. Now moving on to equality. What does equality means? The absence of special privileges to any section of society, that is equality. Equality means everybody is equal. Whatever the section, whatever the class, caste, whatever is it, there is no discrimination. That is what we call equality. Equality in civil matters, equality in political matters, and equality in economic matters. That is what we talk about. Okay. The liberty part also, that is again little equality, and also the justice, social, economic, and political justice. So these all kind of justice comes with equality. Without equality, then there cannot be social, political, or economic justice. Okay. Moving to the what is civic equality in the Indian Constitution? So in the fundamental rights, Article 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So these are Article 14 to 18. These are equality related articles. So mostly civil equality. Then political equality, Article 326, as we have discussed in previous video. Right to vote, and Article 325. No one can be, declared ineligible from the electoral rolls on the grounds of religion, race, caste, or sex. Article 325. So then DPSP are also, as we have talked about, they are the part of socio-economic equality. If you remember the previous video, we've talked about it in the DPSP section. And also we will be talking about the DPSP in a detail in further upcoming videos. Now, fraternity, last part, sense of brotherhood, it is called fraternity. So Indian Constitution promotes feeling of fraternity by single citizenship. That means everyone is Indian citizen, not from a particular state, as we discussed in the previous video again. So Indian Constitution goes for single citizenship. That is, we are the citizen of India. We may be from any state. We may be from Assam, we may be from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, we may be from Gujarat, Rajasthan, we may be from Haryana, Himachal, Jammu and Kashmir, whatever we are, but we have only single citizenship. Then fundamental duty also bring the sense of fraternity by giving the spirit of common brotherhood, because rights and duties must go hand in hand. One person's right is other person's duty, and this is also called a brotherhood. That if I want to live in peace, so I would like to leave everybody else in peace, and that comes with duties and rights. Okay, and that brings fraternity within the society. Fraternity should assure two things: dignity of the individual and unity and integrity of the nation. These words are used in the preamble as such. Again, the word integrity, earlier it was the unity of the nation. Now, by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, the word integrity has been inserted into the Indian Constitution. So 3 words: socialist, secular, and integrity. These 3 words have been added to Indian preamble through 42nd Constitutional Amendment. Moving ahead, what is the significance of the preamble? Although the preamble is not justiciable, okay, but it is the basic philosophy, political, moral, religious obligation on every citizen and every government, whichever is there. That is what preamble brings in. It contains grand and noble vision of the Constituent Assembly. As I told you, it is the philosophy of Indian Constitution. And GyanMimansa said it was the horoscope of our sovereign democratic republic. And the Pandit Thakurdas Bhargav, TDS Bhargav, according to him, it is the soul of the Constitution. So you can use these quotes in answer writing in mains. Now there is a debate whether preamble was the part of Constitution or not. So this debate got settled in various Supreme Court judgments, but it was first settled in Keshwananda Bharti case. Now we will look into it. The preamble is a part of Constitution now. For now, it is a part of Constitution, and with the opinion of founding father of the Constitution. What can be noted here? It is neither a source of power to legislature nor provision upon power. Means it does not give any power to the legislature or does not restrict the legislature to bring anything, but it is just an inspiration, and it is not justiciable. That means its provisions are not enforceable, but acts as a guiding lamp. What does it mean? Whenever there is a conflict between two articles of the Constitution or constitutional validity of any law, so preamble can be guiding lamp. Okay, we need, because if anything goes against secularism, so court can intervene. Okay, no, secularism is there in the preamble, and we can use it to, give the judgment or to answer whatever comes into the question. Now, amendability in the Birugari Union case of 1960, according to the Supreme Court, the preamble is not a part of the Constitution, hence not amendable. Later in Keshwananda Bharti case, Supreme Court reversed its earlier opinion and held that the Constitution is part of the, preamble is a part of Constitution. And based on this, in 1976, it got amended and 3 words, socialist, secular, and integrity were added in the preamble. Again, in LIC of India case of 1995, the Supreme Court held that no, preamble is an integral part of the Indian Constitution. Amendability. It can be amended because it is a part of the Constitution now, but it cannot be amended beyond the basic structure of the Constitution, basic features of the Constitution. We'll be talking about basic structure of the Constitution in the upcoming video, but you need to remember through Keshwananda Bharti case on 1973, 24th April 1973, Supreme Court brought this feature into Indian polity that any basic structure, any basic feature of Indian Constitution cannot be amended by the Parliament. Okay. It has been amended only once, 1976, as I have told you multiple times in this video. 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, 3 words: socialist, secular, and integrity. So this was it about the preamble. And now let's look at few questions. There are 2 questions in 2017 prelims itself. Which one of the following objectives is not embodied in the preamble of Constitution of India? So you can definitely look into this. Liberty of thought was there, liberty of expression was there, belief was there, worship was there, but no liberty of economic liberty. So this one, B, is the answer. Next, the mind of makers of Constitution of India is reflected in which of the following? Then you can look, obviously, the preamble. So this was it about today's class. I hope you have watched first 3 videos. I hope these videos are being helpful to you. You can comment and tell us. Also, you can send your answers on info@GyanMimansa.com. Also your queries. You can join our Telegram and other social media channels. We will be providing the link in the description box. Thank you very much. Have a great day.